Are you tired of flat hair? You are not alone. Today we're going to talk about how to get more volume out of your hair, even if you've got the thinnest of hair or if you've got massive hair and it just keeps falling flat. Today we're going to talk about all the things you could do to get more volume out of your hair. First, you want to use volumizing shampoo and conditioner. Every brand has volumizing shampoo and conditioner. Okay, my favorite is Eufora's bodifying shampoo and conditioner. You'll love this, especially if you have color treated hair. I'll put that link in the show notes. That way you can go to my website and you can buy it directly online if you'd like. But other brands have volumizing shampoo and conditioners. Just if you have a favorite brand, just look for it and make sure that's what you're using. I always say to pick your shampoo for your scalp and your conditioner for your ends. Okay, so this leads me to tip number 2. Only condition your ends. Do not condition the root area of your hair. Your ends are what need the conditioner. If you put the conditioner on the root area and try to get it all the way to the ends, not only are you not conditioning your ends, but you're going to have flat hair. Trust me on that. So mid strands to ends conditioner. After you shampoo and condition, what you need to do is towel blot your hair, hopefully with a microfiber towel if you have one, and put in a volumizing spray. That's tip number 3. If all you have in your arsenal is a volumizing spray, make sure it has heat protection in it as well. You can't go wrong. You will have a lot of volume. You don't need, like me, 17 different items under your sink, right? You need a volumizing spray. And if you don't have a volumizing spray, the next best thing is mousse. Number 4, mousse and a diffuser. Holy cow. Mousse expands your hair, makes volume. Gel condenses your hair, gives you control. So if you can remember that, if you want volume in your hair, you apply a mousse. If you want a lot of volume, then you diffuse it. If you need help with diffusing, I do have a video on diffusing your hair. You can go watch it right now or next, and it'll teach you all the tips and tricks. If you need more help than that, reach out to me. I'm here. I'm your hair friend. Number 5. Now this is one of those tips that even myself, I'm coming to grips with, okay? I used to always tell people, do not blow dry your hair upside down because you'll create frizz. And yes, you will create frizz if you blow dry your hair completely upside down. You can blow dry it upside down and get a lot of volume, and you come over and it's going to be like, oh my gosh, Medusa. So what you want to do is you want to blow dry upside down, but only blow dry 80% dry. Okay, and really target the root area of your hair. Maybe get your hands in there and just blow dry that root area upside down. Don't really concentrate on the ends, so that way when you plop back over and it's still a little bit damp, you can go in with that round brush and really round it out and get that volume in there, which leads me to number 6. Blow dry your hair with a round brush, right? Round brushes, what they do is they give you a little bit of bend and you can over direct that hair at the root area, and that's why they say to blow dry with a round brush to really get a lot of volume. I did make a video on how to get volume out of your hair with a round brush. You can go watch that one too. And again, if you have questions, reach out to me because I'm all about volume. If you are not, let's say, if you just can't get the hang of a blow dryer and the round brush, they do make thermal brushes, which I have not technically used one myself. I've talked to people who have used them and they seem to be a little bit more easier to use. And what I'm talking about are the blow dryers that have the round brush attachment to it. So what you're doing is blow drying your hair and round brushing at the same time. If you have one of these and you love it, good for you. I have not personally used one before because I know how to round brush my hair. However, if you would like me to get one and make a video on it, let me know, because I will. I'll be that guinea pig and I'll try it out on myself, and you guys can watch me make all the mistakes. All right, number 8, how about Velcro rollers? Have you tried Velcro rollers? They make them in every size, and I love Velcro rollers. What they do is they'll give you fullness, almost like that Victoria's Secret hair. They'll give you fullness without looking like you just used a curling iron or hot rollers on your hair. So what you do, you blow dry your hair. While it's still warm, you section it and you put the Velcro rollers in there. Sometimes I use a clip, sometimes I don't, because Velcro rollers will stay in your hair without. But then what I do is I spray it with hairspray to set it. Then I let them completely cool. So I'll put my makeup on, I'll go eat breakfast, I'll get dressed, whatever. And then I come back, take the Velcro rollers down without pulling on them too much, and then just fluff them with my hands. Okay, you don't want to brush through because then you'll wreck all the volume you just put in there. But if you use Velcro rollers correctly, you'll love them and they don't damage your hair. I might need to make a video on that. You let me know if you'd like to see that, because there's a right way and a wrong way to do Velcro rollers. And I've done them both. So, number 9, use the right tools for volume. They make tools created just for volume. Have you seen those little like mini, remember the old-fashioned crimping irons that gives you that crimping look on your hair? They have smaller ones. They're little tiny crimping irons that you can actually just crimp on the root part of your hair. Like you would section the top section, get it out of your way, and then down below you could just do that first inch root with the crimping iron. And what it does is it makes it so you get fullness at the root area, and then you put the rest of your hair on top of that and it's all smooth. I just was doing a research for this. I came across a new volumizing iron from Volume, and it is designed just for volume in the hair. I'll put a link to it in case you're interested, and I'll also try to find a link to that mini crimping iron. I think Samvia has one. You can give it a try. Number 10, using clips for a volumizing set. Yes, you can take those big clips, those alligator clips that you see, or even butterfly clips, and while your hair is still a little bit damp or not quite dry, go in just at the base of your hair and clip it up. It's kind of hard to show you because my hair is all dry, but you make your hair, the root of your hair go up, and then you clip it, and then you let it dry that way. And so what happens, you can either dry it with a blow dryer, or if you have a hooded dryer, I mean, we used to have hooded dryers at the salon, but you can set it in a hooded dryer or sit out in the sun, but let your hair dry. And then when you release the clips, you still have the volume underneath. It does work. It takes a little bit of playing around to see where you want that volume. If you have naturally curly hair, it's a great way of doing it, especially like if it's at the beach or something. Have you ever tried pin curls? Pin curls are a wonderful way to create volume. Now pin curls, you just take like a little inch of your hair, you twist it up on itself, and then you set it, and then you let that dry. Now if you don't have time to do a whole pin curl set and let it dry, I would probably suggest start with dry hair and then put a mousse on, or a setting lotion on, or hairspray even, and then put your pin curls in, set them, then let that dry. It's not going to be as tight of a set, but at least it'll set it and you'll get movement and some fullness out of that. On that note, another way you can create that same kind of thing is to do like a braid set. Again, you don't have to start with completely wet hair, because if you've got really thick hair and you put in a braid or two, it's going to take forever to dry. So what I would do is start with dry hair. Again, put a mousse, just rake it through, or a volumizing spray or something like that, even hairspray, and make a couple of braids in your hair. Let it dry completely, take that down, and you'll have a set. The more braids you put in your hair, the more fullness you will have. And what that look will give you is kind of like a beachy wave. Number 13, instead of using a hairspray, how about using a texturizing spray and then tease the roots? That's what I do. That is my magic trick. I do use hairspray, but before I go in with my hairspray, I will use a texturizing spray. I love, love, love it. And what that does is it gives you a little bit more movement, a little bit more play. It gives you a little bit of grit in there without weighing it down, so you can actually manipulate your hair a little bit more. And then I'll go in and I'll just tease just that first inch of root area of my hair, just for the places that I just need a little bit more volume, sides of my head, the crown area, sometimes my bangs if they go limp. I did do that in that curling iron video when I'm almost done styling my hair. You can go back to that if you'd like to see how I back comb or tease my root area and get that going there. So you would use a texturizing spray because it really does make your hair just feel like movable hair. Hairspray sometimes gives you that stiff helmet feeling, and we really don't want that anymore. Number 14, I do this sometimes. I use a keratin fiber spray. Now, I don't actually use the fiber spray. I use a powder. It's pretty much the same thing. What you're doing is, say you've just styled your hair and it looks great, but you can still see the scalp area, and that makes you feel like you got thin hair, fine hair. I have fine hair. I hate it. So what you do is you take that fiber spray, it's the same color as your hair, and in my case I do the powder, and I would just lightly tap where my scalp is showing, and then that way it gives the illusion that you have more hair than you do. Nobody's going to be on top of your scalp looking directly down on your scalp. It's just from a distance, you know, people think you have thicker hair, and it makes you feel better. Number 15, how about using a dry shampoo in between washing your hair? Dry shampoo, what they're known for is to absorb oils off your scalp. Now, with that, I mean, with oily scalp, you're going to get limp hair. So yeah, you want to absorb the oils. But you can also, after you do that, flip upside down, spray the rest of your hair with your dry shampoo, hit it with a blow dryer, flip back over, and you'll have volume in your hair, guaranteed volume. Number 16, and we did talk about this, is teasing your roots. So even if you don't use a texturizing spray, tease your roots, get your hair all done, and then go into the areas that you need a little bit more help and just tease just that 1 inch of your hair. And I'm not talking big old back combing like we used to do, shampoo sets. No. Just tease where you need a little bit more oomph, and then don't play with it. You know, cover it up with your fingers or whatever. But number 17, how about changing where you part your hair? If you've always parted your hair on one side, change it to the other side and flip it over. It'll feel awkward at first because it just feels like everything's backwards, but I guarantee you'll have more volume. How about wearing your hair in a bun overnight? So say you just went to the salon and you just did a blowout, and you want that to last as long as possible, right? Because you just paid good money for this wonderful blowout. What you can do is put your hair in a bun, loose bun, with a silk scrunchie overnight. And so that way when you wake up in the morning, you can let it down and you still have some volume. Another thing you could do is, before you go to bed, is put a texturizing spray on there beforehand, or a mousse, and then put it in a bun, loose bun. And when I'm saying that, it's like rake it up into the top of your head, twist it around, twist, and then put that silk scrunchie around that. And so that way when you wake up in the morning and you fluff it all out, you'll have this nice wavy hair. Now that's if you have long enough hair to do that, of course. I put my hair in a bun sometimes, but it doesn't end up like that. Real world problems. Number 19, how about add-on clip-in extensions? Yeah, have you ever tried those? The extensions come in all shapes and sizes. They have ponytails, they have hair pieces, they have just little tiny sections of clip-ins. You can use them for volume, you can use them for styling, you can use them all kinds. My only concern is make sure you're not getting the synthetic hair, because you could spot that from a mile away. Get either a human hair blend or something that looks like human hair. You know, the synthetic hair looks plasticky and it looks too shiny. And also make sure that you're matching the color to the color of your hair. If you need help with that, talk to your stylist. Almost every stylist out there does some sort of extensions. Number 20, hair supplements. You know, everything that you put in your body comes out in your hair, your fingernails, your skin. We've talked about that before. So make sure that you're getting a healthy diet. And if you feel like you're not getting all the nutrients that you need, try a hair supplement. Biotin is a huge one that you might need. You probably don't need to go get labs done from your doctor, unless you feel like you do need to, if you're really having some concerns with thinning hair. But I would always look at your supplements. Make sure that you're getting what you need. Anyway, I do hope that you found some kind of inspiration or help in any of these 20 tips. If you did, let me know, okay? And if one of these tips you didn't quite understand and need a little bit more clarification, let me know that too. I'd gladly make a video for you. Thanks again for being part of this community. Remember to share this video with your friends, like it, subscribe to it. Make sure you hit that bell so you'll be notified when we release another video. I have learned that. And again, remember, when you know better, you do better. I'll see you next time.